Something absolutely crazy happened here overnight. Bitcoin saw a massive move here back into the low $90,000 mark. And now the question is this bounce a real bounce and a confirmed higher low, or will we just roll over and go back into the $80,000 level? I will show you exactly what I believe is going to happen here and why we're actually pumped. So don't miss out on that, and let's go. Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, I'm on the wrong screen here. Just give me a second. This is the wrong screen. There, so I need to go back. Why did this happen? There, so there we have the right one. So there we go. So guys, I jumped directly into today's content here. So we saw last night something that has happened the last time during COVID that we saw a spike like this. So, and what was that? That was the overnight repurchase agreement for treasury securities called repo. The last time when we saw, as I just mentioned, saw something like this was around COVID. And this one here last night actually eclipsed that. If I go here like to the 5-year one, you can see that here. Where was that? No, further. I think I am on the wrong chart, guys. This also changed. Okay, regardless. So this is one of the highest repo purchases that we have seen since COVID. And the last time when we got something like this, I don't need to tell you what happened during COVID afterwards. You know, we got a huge move to the upside in all risk-on assets because liquidity was drying up overall in the global economy. Now we basically got some oil to how to say that again, to grease the wheels. That's what I was looking for. So to grease the wheels, and that of course reflected then here into that massive move into higher levels. Remember also what I said last week. I said that by Sunday, Monday this week, we should usually expect a massive move here back into the golden ratio on the weekly chart. If that would be not happening, it would be really bad. It happened Tuesday, so I was off by a day where I said we need to see something like this. So this looks like a really strong bullish reversal candle right now. And while we are already sitting here above $92,700 currently, which is the top side of that golden ratio box here on the weekly chart, and have tapped the downward sloping trend line of that falling wedge pattern. Now for this week, I'm not aiming for that we are breaking above this. It would be even more bullish if we would be able to do that, but there are signs right now that we need to settle a little bit, push a little, see some sideways action before we can get continuation here to the upside. So, but now we have a clear buy signal on the stochastic RSI on the weekly chart, so, and this is definitely something that I take with me here. So also here on the monthly key support, we tapped this earlier this morning. That would be the best case scenario for this weekly outcome, that we just slightly above that level closing this week. So we are now almost halfway through this week here. So let's see what's coming up here for this week, but I can almost guarantee you guys that we are definitely closing here above that dashed line at $89,000, which is the key level that we need to hold to get any attempt to flip here this monthly key support back into support. On the daily time frame, I'm pretty sure that this W pattern is not completed yet, so it would be really weird to see a formation like this here of some. Okay, actually it fits. So let's see here. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I have to check this later. Somebody important messaged me. So yeah, technically we are completing here this W pattern. and here's then the neckline. So we're just breaking slightly above the neckline. So if you missed the trade that was given here yesterday, where I said from down there you could have taken a trade already, then here the neckline is the next opportunity for you for a bigger swing trade back into the golden ratio on the daily to $103,100, $100 to $1,900 approximately. So, oh, you know what's crazy, guys? I just changed something really small tonight on the stream, and we have already more people here than yesterday. So, and I'm here like 5 minutes. It's crazy. So I know what it was now. Anyway, everybody that's here, smash off the like button, then we get back the numbers here, because I was already like, what's happening, you know? So it was really strange for me. Yeah, wait, Karen, you're right. We need higher. I'm gonna get to this, you know, in a second. So here on the daily time frame, you can clearly see here the higher low structure that we have put in here, because here's our lower low, here's the current higher low. As long as this higher low structure is intact, the doors are open to get here also a higher high. We don't need by saying now a higher high, take out the all-time high. No, what we need is to get back here above the $104,000 level and take there that high out to change completely the structure here. Also, what we can see currently is that the VPVR is giving us support here with the underlying levels here. But also that we are facing resistance if we would move higher around $96,000. So here also the 250 moving average, they're slightly turning around. By seeing a move potentially to $96,000, the 50 would definitely curb here aggressively back to the upside to give us here a golden cross by early January at some point. Then also here on the daily chart, the pennant, we are back in the pennant, retested the downward sloping trend line currently. Best case scenario that I would like, or the best outcome that I would like to see here, is that we are just staying here for the next 2-3 days in that falling wedge pattern, or at any moment getting a proper breakout in direction here of $100,000. So, but healthy, when we are talking about a healthy market structure, you don't want to get here now candles like this moving to the upside. You want to see here tomorrow, after tomorrow, some sideways action, that altcoins have more time to catch up, and that the dominance, the Bitcoin dominance, can cool down, and then getting another breakout, and then here level by level grinding back in direction of $100,000. The MACD, as mentioned also yesterday, was looking bullish, and the RSI confirmed this now with going here also back slightly into above neutral territory, which is also always an indication that we are, that the most likely outcome is here actually continuation to the upside. So I want to mention this here, guys. There is your last chance is potentially today, guys. Last chance. There's only 3 spots left now for my mentorship program, where you need to apply for. Again, we went over like I think 400 applications or even more, and we only took 7 people out of that. So there's 3 spots left. If you want to learn how to properly navigate in these markets and get guaranteed results, of course you have to pay for this, you know, then yeah, start the application process. My team will straight away reach out to you. And yesterday somebody in my Telegram channel was like, oh, somebody contacted me on WhatsApp pretending that he's coming from you. If you go here through that website, and only through that website, the link is in the description, guys, you will talk only to people that are working for me, you know. So if anybody else just contacts you out of the blue and says he's working for me, no. But if you went through the website, applied, and left your contact details there, and they contact you through that, then yes, they are actually working for me, you know. So just something about that. So if you want real results, guys, go here, start the application process. And something else that I want to mention here also, because I don't want to forget this, I want to show this to you guys, and then we're gonna move on here. Because I uploaded something earlier that some of you might have not seen just yet, so I want to show it to you guys. So let's go here. So here now you find if you go to my channel and you look videos, you find how one of my students went from $0 to $100,000 in 120 days. That's how long it took him, because he was stuck. You know, he made some profit and he lost it again. He was always around break even and slightly in a loss. And I helped him to turn this around with my mentorship. So go and check out here the case study if you have any doubt that that actually works. Now let's go back to Bitcoin. So here on the EMA ribbon, we see here now a proper flip back to the upside. What I don't like about this on this 4-hourly chart currently is that here is a small reversal pattern currently forming, which is an evening star, and this would be confirmed if now the current 4-hourly candle moves down to like $92,000 approximately. So then I would reckon that we're going to get here another retest of the EMA ribbon over the next 24 hours to touch this, and then bounce from there back to the upside. The other scenario is we are breaking a $93,500 convincingly, and get at least a couple 30-minute candles closes above this. And once we have this, then the next level on the 4-hourly chart would be all the way up here at $97,500. Here on the MDX Algo Scalp Gradients, here I want to briefly only mention again that I told you guys 2 days ago, when we come down here into this area, this is where you want to buy. So let me know in the chat, guys. Were actually some of you guys able to buy down there when I called it, and you are still in this position? Let me know. Let me know in the chat, guys. I would like to know. So afterwards, after we got here this crazy move, what I pointed out was only a reclaim of $89,200 would lead to a continuation move into the current sell cluster that we are seeing here. Here, that is where all the sell orders are stacked. And from there we need to reassess the situation, and that's exactly the point where we are at right now. So I still reckon that overall there is continuation even on the 4-hourly chart, because the react indicator has only formed here one wave, and the wave is not overheated yet, and we have also no dot plot indications here yet that we are rolling over. So if you get here something like over here, okay, there might be a short-term top that we go down here. We did not have that yet. That means this rally is not overheated just yet. And you can also see that here in the candle gradients, we are like at dark purple, about to flip red here. So, and the red zone, if we keep maintaining the momentum here, the red zone will come here somewhere between 95 and 96, maybe even $97,000 before you see a cool down phase. Bringing us back to current price levels. On the 50-minute time frame, also here you got yesterday an early, an early shot, so to speak, with that golden cross here. That would have been another great opportunity to enter, because I know that I spoke yesterday about this and said here, hey, if you did not catch it all the way down here, do it here. Catch it here, just before we get the golden cross. So if you would have done that, you would have been now in so massive profits. So like even from there, so 6% on Bitcoin, where we anyway trade with 10 or 20x, so still 61 to like 120% on the peak. It would have been like 75, 150% roughly, you know. So this within a day, you know. So and then people tell me, oh, I cannot make money in the market, you know. Just trade simple, stay consistent, and don't deviate, you know. So basically choose your fighter, what you want to trade, you know, or how you want to trade. If it's chart patterns, indicators, just stick to it, because over time you will get the results if you are consistent, even if you would get multiple times bad results, you know. So the good results are coming as long as you stay consistent and have proper risk management. It's happening. So here on the 50-minute time frame, we are currently breaking back potentially below the 50 moving average, which is absolutely fine. Worst case that I see here is that we drop back into this blue zone. As you can see, that was our trading range from last weekend. Retest this here after we have just broken out of this. So here we broke out of this, so a retest would be normal. And I don't even think that that would be such a steep retest. So it goes maybe like $1,000 down. So just to the top side of it, if we even reach that, and then we turn around and continue to go into higher levels. if you want to take these trades with me together, guys, in a trading competition, then do this on WEEX. There we can share $80,000 so easy with a prize pool, and I will not keep anything of that, you know. So if we make money from the $80,000, I will distribute this to everybody that takes part in the competition. So go in the description below where you can sign up on WEEX. And if you cannot use WEEX, guys, go to TapBit. There you get 20% cash back immediately on your deposit. So also really nice. When you deposit like $2,000, you get 400 immediately back. That's free money, you know, and that you can trade with. Withdraw the 2,000. Now you trade with the free money that you got, you know, the $400. That's what I did in the beginning when I had no money or huge capital. That was how I was building capital. You know, I was taking advantage of all of that, left, right, and center. Signed up, got the bonuses. You know, withdrew my money, went to the next exchange, you know. So, and then with that money that I got from the exchange, I actually made money and built then my initial capital. So make use of that. There is a link down below in the description if you want to use TapBit. Now the Bitcoin liquidation levels. Here you see the over-leveraged short liquidity that was just above us, that I also mentioned yesterday, was now taken, completely taken. There is still a little bit remaining, around $94,400 right now. And we have some late long positions that came in that, in my opinion, sitting there quite comfortable and safe. Because first of all, they're sitting below the 50 moving average. Support has already formed here around $91,300, $91,500. So I don't see a reason why right now we should do something like this and then come back up and go from there higher. Like I said here, this support level, yes, bounce from there, 200 moving average, $96,000, next logical target here to the upside. There's more than enough opportunity to enter a trade, you know, so on this downwards move here to like $91,500, $800 approximately, that is where I would set limit orders if you're sidelined right now. So otherwise you need to wait for a break here of $93,300 to enter a trade, and then you can trade this here either to the 200 moving average, or you make this a swing position and trade this straight into $102,500, $103,000, where we have a massive stack of short liquidity is still sitting currently. So when I go here to the monthly chart, you can actually see that. So here, there, around $98,000, $98,500 is right now the highest concentration. We will get another short squeeze from a $94,400, $500. You have seen here the old levels that I mentioned here, around $90,000. I said we're going to get a short squeeze from there. We got this. That brought us into the current levels. Now I'm telling you, when we're tapping in here, $94,300, $400, that will trigger the next short squeeze to around like 96. Then you're going to get another pullback before we go all the way up here to 98,000 and take all these short positions that are sitting up here before we try to tackle the $100,000 mark and go above that. And also here you can clearly see here around $102,600, $500. There is then just above the $100,000 mark the next bigger cluster of liquidity that is concentrating up there. The USDT dominance is finally coming down. We're waiting for this for quite a, basically over the last 3 days. We're hoping that we are seeing here proper rejection from 6.5%. Now we need to break 5.9%. We are just sitting on this level right now. I see this definitely getting broken over the next couple of days. This looks now like a double top with a reversal and a potential M pattern here too. And that should get us back into the green box here, which was a strong support level in the past, which needs to now basically not hold as support so that we can just get through this and break lower and break this upward sloping trend line here. That is the next major target that we need the USD dominance to reach to get past $102,000 approximately. The Bitcoin dominance is currently getting rejected from 59.6%, which is good. We are forming here a small topping candle currently. Let me see what's going on there. Okay. Topping candle, and there should be also continuation by tomorrow, back to like 59%. Over the next I would say 5 to 7 days, I see a breakdown below this, and from there we need to see if that is like the breakdown that we are waiting for and the proper breakdown, or if we get one more time here then a move above this, a lower high before we are going here into lower levels. The total free market cap has finally broken above this downward sloping trend line, and this looks like a solid break for now. What we need to see here is that we are breaking $900 billion in the next 48 hours. If we get this break, then that's it, you know. So you have here a nice W formation that you find out across the board. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, everywhere you see W formations right now. This W, that technical target, would be around $950 billion, and from there it's not far to get like past $1 trillion. Ethereum, I can only say it again and again and again, guys. I told you guys, you should have taken a position from down here. So I hope some of you guys were able to do that, because now you see that we are coming really close to the actual target of that overall trade here. I have not seen in a long time such a crazy V-shape form on Ethereum. But like I just mentioned, there is overall a W formation that will take us higher. So if you're sidelined right now, what you want to do is wait, not entering this right now, because this looks like that we are coming back down here a little bit first, and that's why I'm telling you should wait. Then we come back like to $3,000 roughly, 3,000, maybe 2,980, and then you enter from here, because the next move then will break above that neckline, and then you get that move here to $3,460 into the technical target of the W pattern. So here we just need to be a little bit patient. The same with Solana. Also here you see W formation after we broke this downward sloping trend line. You got here the trade at $134. So we are halfway through this now. Here, if you're in this, set your stop loss at $139. That is more or less a 2% move. Yeah, a little bit less than a 2% move to the downside, just to protect your position, because I don't want that you round trip here, because the RSI is quite high. Or is it? No, it's just in bullish territory, but the stochastic is overbought. The MACD turning around, so which could lead to a steeper move here below $139, and then I'd rather have you out of that position and re-enter at a reclaim of that $139 mark with the profits that you made, and then continue upwards and onwards. I want now from you guys, again, some coins that you want to talk about. We can talk briefly about Hype here first. So Hype, also here, trade was given at these two levels. I said either when we come here to like $30.72, which we fell below yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, here. Yeah, we were in between. And then we broke here above $31.92. So if you would have taken a trade from here, it would have been nicely up. At some point, I think almost 10%. Yeah, almost 11%. So now still 5.3%. Here, I'm not sure. So honestly, yeah, we could fall here like another 2%. Let's see. Yeah. Honestly, if you're in since $32 roughly, and you did not take any profit, it might be time to at least raise your stop loss to like $33. You know, so potentially even close that trade and wait for that small correction to play out before we get continuation. Guys, in the chat, let me know what coins should I go through. I'm gonna do one or two more, and then I'm gonna leave. And thank you so much for saying that with the content. I appreciate that. Yeah, let me know, guys. In the meantime, I am looking here what I need to answer. Tom. Okay. So Zen. I just did Ethereum, so I'm gonna do Aptos. 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 Wow. Okay, on a daily chart it looks good. I don't like how the RSI overall is looking here. So, so I really don't like how this looks here on the RSI currently. So, best case scenario, what we want to see is a move above $2.04 roughly. But overall, I think these two candles here are a bottom confirmation. So that can be categorized as a tweezer bottom, but you would preferably see here some more follow through in today's candle, and it looks like that this candle is completely retracing the whole move from today. So let's see how is this looking on the weekly chart. Oh, weekly chart is about to this is a bottom candle on the weekly chart. So if you have a long time horizon and want to build an upwards position, like a big swing upwards position for the next coming months, this might be the moment to get in. So if you want just to squeeze here out another 5-6% that it might be retrace here over the next coming days, you can do that. But honestly, if I would look on the weekly time frame, and I'm here for like major gains over the next coming months and hold a long-term position either on spot or on leverage, then it doesn't matter. It would not matter at all to me, so to get in right now. When it comes here to short-term positions, 4 hourly looks cooked. Yeah, it's like I would not take a long, like if I would like day trade, or intraday trade or scalp, I would not take a long right now. Here, definitely not. Let me have a look here at XRP. I did not do in a long time XRP. Then I need to take care of something else. XRP. There, XRP. I just wanted to say I'm on the right chart. Nothing really major has changed here. XRP held actually quite well up in this whole thing here, in this downwards move. We are still in this overall parallel downwards sloping channel. Remember I said the last time when we spoke about XRP, either long it from $2.08 or if you break $2.29 in between, not a good idea. So of course this is now a 5% move to get up to that top range. You can technically try and scalp this with a stop loss at $2.14. So, but that is like a 1.5% stop loss, So, but that's why it would be a scalp, where you try to get like 2-3% out of this here. Overall, it definitely looks like over the next coming days that we are getting a continuation. I see here a downward sloping trend line and a potential falling wedge pattern here. So it's really easy to spot. Down. My drawing skills are impeccable with my hand. So here we are seeing this. So if this breaks here, then the target would be all the way up to $2.65 in the short term for Ripple. And I want to remind you, when Ripple starts breaking stuff like this, you get usually big candles, like a 10-20% move in a single day. So I would be not surprised to see this here like play out over the course of a week or something like that. So for now, just to recap everything, as long as Bitcoin maintains the higher low structure that we just have put in, and over the next 10 to 14 days is able to get like to $103,000 and hold there for a weekly close, everything looks like that everything turned around yesterday night when we had the repo repurchase in the US. Plus, I also want to mention this here quickly before I'm leaving, that Donald Trump has hinted now at the next Fed chairman, which is heavily dovish and wants risk on assets to flourish over the next couple of years. So, and that means we are potentially looking at an amazing 2026, and that is something that I want to give you here on the way before I'm leaving. Yeah, and now I'm actually leaving, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in here once again. Don't forget to smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I hope you made some money and see you with more tomorrow.